Okay, welcome everybody to a class on adjective patterns. Usually I teach students about verb patterns, and that's when you do reporting verbs, you're doing gerunds, 2+ infinitives, and it's very difficult. There are a lot of different patterns, but you don't often do adjective patterns, or you don't often see it in the grammar books, although it is there. It's in the Martin Hewings, for example. And so there are different patterns after adjectives. For example, there is sometimes, or there are in a limited number of cases, you will see a gerund, an ing form after an adjective. In fact, after some adjectives, busy, worth, you need a gerund form. You mustn't use a 2+ infinitive. And so that's why we're doing this today. It's because I have already told you, use 2+ infinitives after adjectives, but now I'm going to tell you that's true 90% of the time, let's say. And 10% of the time, you actually do see other forms after adjectives. Let's say 10% of the time, you actually might see an ing form after an adjective, although I think it's even less than 10%. It's not often. And that's perhaps why teachers just tell you 2+ infinitive. They're trying to simplify things. They're trying to make the language easier to study, easier to learn. Look at that, easier to study, easier to learn, adjective and 2+ infinitive. But as you are advanced students, you probably want to know the whole story. So here is the whole story. So there are two patterns that we're going to look at today: subject and copular verb and adjective, and number 2, it and copular verb and adjective. So we're going to treat the it form as a special case, and this is because the it, when you front the it like this, it's called extraposition. Yeah, it's got a flashy name. We're not going to go through that name today. But, you know, this 2+ infinitive is extraposed. It's actually the subject of the sentence. You could say to pass this exam is easy. Okay, and we'll look at that in a second. But firstly, subject and copular verb and adjective. So I mean pronouns here, but not it. And I mean maybe names, people, maybe things. Okay, and so sometimes you get subject, copular verb, adjective, and 2+ infinitive. And this is true of most adjectives. For example, he is happy to lend a hand. Yeah, he is happy to help. I'm happy to help. So after happy, we usually see 2+ infinitive. But I want to remind you that after adjectives, we can use, and we do sometimes use, complex forms. So here is the perfect infinitive. Now, many of you might be thinking, can I say we were stupid not to bring a map? And the answer, I'm very pleased to tell you, is yes, you can. You can say we were stupid not to bring a map, the simpler form. But if it is in the past, and it certainly sounds like this is in the past, and you want to emphasize that this is in the past, then you can certainly use to have brought. We were stupid not to have brought a map. Yeah, and so please be aware that complex forms can be seen after adjectives, and it is usually the perfect form rather than the continuous aspect. It's usually the perfect infinitive, not the continuous infinitive. It's usually this one. But you don't see it all the time, and the simpler version is also correct, and for that reason, it's quite rare. Yeah, complex forms are rare, okay? I want to make that clear. They are rare, but they are possible, and we'll see some more down here: to have acted and to have made. Okay, so be aware of that. I wanted to remind you about that so that you don't forget. Yeah. So we can also see gerund after adjectives, and the ones I want you to remember are busy and worth. They are the main 2 adjectives which take gerund. So there's a very famous song in England, "We're busy doing nothing." Yeah, it's a very famous song. It was on an old film. I can't even remember which film it was on. I'm not that keen on TV and films. But after busy, you do see a gerund. Yeah, we were busy doing nothing. We are busy doing nothing. I was busy finishing my essay. I was busy, I don't know, checking the students' homework. Yeah, I was busy packing for my holiday, whatever. But busy and then gerund. Okay, same for worth. This exam is not worth doing. Yeah, maybe the qualification isn't worth anything. It won't help you get a job. So this exam is not worth doing. Okay, so worth and gerund always. Yeah, it's not worth doing that. It's not worth It's not worth, I don't know, taking lots of money. Yeah, perhaps you don't need lots of money. So it's not worth taking lots of money when you go away with you. You can use your credit card, something like that. Yeah, so it's not worth taking cash.